Let's not go crazy.
He says he has a vision for Roblox as a more adult-oriented platform.
I'm not going to use the D word, but subsequently real-life relationships is going to happen, okay? And we're going to build a platform to support that.
This isn't helping you, Roblox.
I don't think they realize the damage this is doing.
David Baszucki, also known as Builderman, is the CEO of Roblox. Now, me and Builderman go way back. In fact, he was my first and only friend when I first joined Roblox in 2013. I had no friends. It was a pretty sad time of my life. So shout out Builderman for sending me an automated friend request and message welcoming me into the world of Roblox. But over the years, my good friend Builderman has slowly transformed into the profit-driven corporation owner David Baszucki, who has made some pretty controversial changes to the Roblox platform. The problem with most of David's recent decisions is that they prioritize profits and shareholder interests over child safety, with disastrous moves like accidentally inviting 2 condo owners into their official hatch event, and even more serious situations that even the FBI had to get involved in. In fact, David has even gotten into controversy himself for accidentally exposing his own intentions in a now deleted Twitter post. But more recently, the Roblox CEO has faced some backlash for having the idea of turning Roblox into a dating site, a decision so questionable that some people are even calling for his resignation. We all know how bad of a problem online dating is on the Roblox platform, especially with the amount of Diddy bloods lurking on condo games right now. So why on earth is David Baszucki welcoming in online dating onto the platform with open arms? And why am I welcoming you to hit that subscribe button? Well, I'm trying to hit 20k before the end of the summer. Please subscribe. It all starts with a podcast episode on tech stuff where they interviewed David on a variety of Roblox topics. And one of the things David was questioned on was this.
You've described Roblox as a wellness platform. What do you mean by Roblox as a wellness platform?
So I think there's a loneliness epidemic going on in the world. Someday we'll have dating on Roblox.
Now, this is even more concerning if you consider the fact that David has said this on another podcast.
Do you think more mature things like will ever be allowed on Roblox in any way?
I would never rule it out.
All right, so here we got an article that basically summarizes what David said in the podcast, and it starts off with saying, Roblox CEO continues his pitch of Roblox as a dating site. Roblox as a platform is very unique compared to anything else on the market. The best comparison to the game is the modular nature of Fortnite's community-driven maps. However, Roblox has already been doing this for a decade, which is completely true. Roblox in terms of user-generated content just absolutely mogs Fortnite. Roblox is on a completely different level. Now here we can see that David has highlighted his continued vision for Roblox as a more adult-oriented platform. For some time, Roblox has sought to capture age groups much older than its expected audience, and we'll be delving into why Roblox actually wants to do this later in the video. In the podcast, Baszucki explains the current barriers to ensure 17+ audiences are sectioned off from the rest of the user base, and they do this with documents like an ID and also by censoring personal information. However, if you've played Roblox's fan-made Squid Game recreation, you could tell that at least some of the voice chatters, which is restricted for 17+ users, were actually children, likely taking their parents' ID to get past restrictions. And this is actually concerning because a parent isn't going to give their child their ID for Tinder, but if a kid says they need their ID to play a Roblox game, parents won't pay attention thinking that it's safe because it's Roblox, and they're used to their kid asking for stuff like credit cards to buy something like Robux. And this announcement doesn't just impact Roblox, but also all the other developers and creators on this platform.
You know how many people they know Roblox as like this kid game, and then the only other thing they hear about Roblox is the CEO wants it to be a dating website. You know how many YouTubers and content creators and other potential developers that you are turning off of Roblox because they see this and they're like, wait a minute, Roblox is a children's game. What the heck? Why does it want to be a dating website? I ain't going on that place. I don't want to touch that. You know, like this is not helping Roblox. This is not helping.
Another thing he touched on was the fact that it's very hard to get off of Roblox and start mingling on another platform, like many people do.
In certain age range, even though that's very, very hard to share a Snap name or a Discord handle, some kids who are in a vulnerable state try to figure out how to share some way to get off of Roblox. And I think over time, even when 2 people are trying to find out how to connect, you'll see us making that very difficult, if not impossible.
But if we look at games like Meep City, which are actively on Roblox and have this bio feature, we can see that little kids are linking their location, their Instagrams, where they live, and a bunch of other usernames just using the bio feature on Meep City. So it seems like Roblox still has to do some work on actually filtering out these usernames and locations. And finally, David ends off by saying,
I think a lot of people who might be afraid to go on a real life date might find it easier to have a virtual date to start. And then if they connect, move to the physical world.
Yes, people will get into relationships on Roblox. Yes, that will happen. Eventually, someday, someone's gonna meet their wife on Roblox and they're gonna get married. That's going to happen. But like, why do we have to push this and make it a thing, right? Like, we can recognize that this is a thing that happens and it will happen, but like, it's not a dating website. It should not be actively encouraged. We shouldn't be rolling out features to help it happen. This is a gaming website. This is a gaming platform. Lately, it feels like Roblox is so ashamed of that. It's like I don't even know if Roblox knows what they want to be. They don't even use the word game. It's experiences, right? Imagine if Fortnite came out and was like, oh yeah, Fortnite's a dating game. I don't understand. Like, why do they keep saying this? Like, who on their PR team is like, this is a great idea to talk about right now? When the entire online public discourse around Roblox is child safety and how Roblox is failing at child safety and how we just got over literally weeks ago the entire Teddy situation. It's frustrating because again, like, this makes me look bad. This makes all my YouTuber friends look bad. This makes all the developers look bad. Like, why is Roblox doing this? I don't understand.
but why is David Baszucki even doing this? Well, I think his intentions become a lot more clear in this RDC 2023 keynote. There's a specific part in around the 1 hour and 40-minute mark where David announces his vision for how Roblox is going to look like in the next 5 years.
So knowing now the power of our creative community, we can supercharge our next 5-year predictions.
Of course, we got interesting things such as
A school will integrate a full K through 12 curriculum with Roblox, including language classes and virtual field trips. And we'll see this in 5 years.
That's honestly really cool to see. I mean, Minecraft has an education edition that my school used for learning some things, and it was generally the most fun learning I've had in all of my school career. So this is a really exciting addition to see. We've also got...
We're gonna see an amazingly creative, famous worldwide fashion designer, got their start on a platform, Roblox, amazing creativity, and then the physical world mirrors that.
honestly could be questionable, but I cannot lie, there are some swag outfits that would go hard in real life. And finally, we have this.
Number 8. Now there's a lot of caveats here, so like, let's not go crazy, okay? So notice double caveat. 17 plus verified with photo ID, in 17 plus experience, but we do believe there's enormous population where traditional ways of meeting are scary, awkward, and ultimately we think 3D simulated meeting, I'm not gonna use the D word, but subsequently real life relationships is gonna happen. Okay, and we're gonna build a platform to support that.
And as you can tell by the audience's reactions,
Let's not go crazy.
this was an absolutely shocking thing to hear. But it also leads us to one potential theory for why David is setting online dating as a goal in his 10-year vision, and it's all connected to user retention. As you know, a lot of Roblox's current player base are children and teenagers in the 17 and below age range, which is doing absolute wonders for Roblox right now in terms of growth. However, when your target audience is children, whether it be as a gaming platform or even a YouTube channel, the main threat of your growth is retaining your audience as they grow older. You can see the devastating consequences of this on a channel like Ryan Toy Reviews. Alright, here we have the Ryan's Toy Review channel, and if we go to the most popular, you can see that he was getting billions, not millions, billions of views. And this was all happening 9 or 10 years ago. It's been a long time. Now I can't lie, he was an absolute view farmer. These are insane numbers, and they were primarily targeted at a child audience. Now if we fast forward to today, his views have been absolutely taxed. You can see that he went from billions, millions of views to barely scratching a million. And it's mainly because his audience and Ryan himself just all grew older and they're not into this kind of stuff anymore. And the same thing might happen to Roblox. Roblox has the same problem. When their 17-year-old and below audience is now in their 20s, how will they keep their now older audience still on the platform? I mean, it's a really challenging question that is rapidly coming closer than you think. And since Roblox is now tradable on the stock market and has real-world investors and shareholders that expect expect Roblox to keep growing and keep making profits, it's absolutely crucial to see why they need to retain their users as they grow older. I mean, instead of balancing it out by getting one new user for each user that leaves and never plays again, it's a lot more sustainable to just extend your target audience older so that you can retain your old users while gaining new ones and just essentially growing even bigger, which maximizes your profits.
Yeah, we have this saying, optimize 5-year enterprise value. So, like if we could say, how do we optimize Roblox's enterprise value in 2028? It's probably what we're doing is going to optimize that, because we are eventually going to get to larger and larger numbers of 17 through 24.
So David's solution seems to be extending to 17 plus dating to retain that older audience that otherwise would have just left Roblox as they became adults. And of course, this is just a theory, but it seems very likely as I can't see any other solution to keeping their older player base hooked onto Roblox. And if this is true, it seems like an incredibly dangerous move, especially as it will allow more adults onto a platform that was originally built for children. I mean, can you even think about the dating features that Roblox would implement? We're talking the potential for stuff such as unfiltered chats, flirting and sex content allowed on the platform, and even ways to share personal details like location and your own face to others on Roblox, just like a dating app like Tinder. Allowing features like those that are meant for dating adults onto a children's game would pose a threat to so many kids and harm the platform significantly, making it even more dangerous to be a kid playing on the Roblox platform than it is right now. And there's another terrible problem that I can see with this. Here is an actual MTV show called Catfish, which is dedicated to catching different kinds of catfish who are a completely different person from who they pretend to be. And this is a problem for Roblox dating, because if I pull up to the date all proper, splendid, looking handsome, intelligent, 6'5", charismatic, tall, rich, handsome. Did I say intelligent? Anyways, if I pull up to the date like this, but in real life I actually look like this, then there are gonna be some problems. Please don't ban me for wearing this. The fact that you can just change your entire persona in one click is going to be disastrous when it comes to dating on Roblox. There's nothing stopping me from acting like I'm actually a 6'5" Giga Chad, even though in reality I may look like this. I don't know, it just seems like there might be a lot of dream face reveals happening again. So what were people's reaction to this? This is a children's game. Kids already use IDs to bypass the 17 plus games limit. What's keeping them from bypassing it again for this? Roblox better have a strict verification system set up. Dating on Roblox is wild. Imagine telling your kids you met their dad doing parkour in Adopt Me. This seems so dangerous. My students have told me that they can get on 13 plus stuff like VCs even though they aren't 13. All they gotta do is probably take mom's ID out of her wallet. Controversial opinion, but I don't think Roblox should be a dating website. It's a gaming site. You play games. Y'all need to fire his ass. How many adults have been caught talking to minors because of this game? What a weird thing for a CEO to say. Imagine getting dumped on a tycoon map. Roblox prioritizing dating on a site for kids instead of working on protecting them shows how much we have failed as a society. And let's go even deeper and see what the people of Reddit are saying. It looks like they're sectioning off 17 plus users from the kids, which good, but I mean, to me that's still like building a love hotel right next to a kindergarten. Not a great idea in my opinion, as the article points out there are kids in the 17 plus section. Yeah, this is incredibly dangerous, and in my honest opinion, the CEO is messed up for ignoring the obvious social realities here. Yeah, that's just an incredibly unhinged pivot by the CEO. Why the heck would that be the next step? The article mentions them trying to get into the 17 plus market and marketing Roblox for teaching and mental wellness, but dating? Out of all of those, selling it as a dating platform is craziest and downright dangerous considering it's a platform so widely known as a kids game. Multiple news orgs have found thriving groups on Roblox, some with 750,000+ members. Their CEO is just taking the next obvious step and painting it as a feature rather than a bug. Just imagine for a moment if Club Penguin or Neopets suddenly added a dating feature. Now ask yourself who'd actually use that feature. That is just gross. Used to play a lot, still do sometimes. I'd say keep your kid off here entirely, or at least watch them when they play. 90% of popular games are already hardcore gambling simulators full of loot boxes that cost real money. The other 10% will just bombard you with ads to buy things with real money. This platform is legitimately bad for children at this point. Get them Minecraft and be done with it, because companies are racing to be the best at getting kids addicted to their games on here and making a lot of money doing it. But only time can tell, and we'll see what happens in the next 5 years of David's vision. So what do you think of this absolutely diabolical Roblox dating situation? Please let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more Roblox Explained.